Hello, we are Cade and Anna Gibson, and we were just given the opportunity to talk about the face-to-face conference that we attended last year. My wife Anna had actually spent some time with Diane and knew her and her husband and knew that they'd be good teachers. And so we wanted to take the opportunity when it came to our town in Charleston, South Carolina, to attend it because we kind of believe that we needed to set time apart for our marriage because we have a 3-year-old. At the time, he was 2-year-old, and he's a very active, energetic young little boy. And so we had to be intentional about setting aside time for our marriage. And so that's what we did because we believe that marriages are under attack and they're not celebrated like they used to be. So we just benefited from having the time, and we thought it would be advantageous to tell you a little bit about what we learned.
So first I want to mention that the material that was presented was good information to learn about a little bit more about how I'm wired, how Cade is wired, and how it all fits into the goals that we have for our marriage. Two, I would say that the way that it was organized, we were sitting at a table with several different couples. Some of the couples were older than us and had been married for a long time, and some were newlyweds. And so just to gain experience and information from both of those, all of those couples was beneficial to us, and just to connect, knowing also that they too believe in marriage and all of that it entails,
And the Christian values behind
Yes.
marriage.
Yes. And then three, I would say that I speak for Cade and myself that the most meaningful part of the conference was when we had an opportunity to write a letter to one another, really coming from God. And so that was brought tears to my eyes, and I think also Cade had brought tears to your eyes when we had the opportunity to read that letter to one another.
It really was the best part of I mean, the whole thing was wonderful, but that was just an intimate moment, and it was a great exercise. I actually have my letter still that Anna wrote for me. Anna has hers as well, but it just was a wonderful thing to see how, you know, she thought that God viewed me and that she viewed me, you know, when we first entered into our relationship. It was just refreshing. We're a little bit older couple and having a young son, so we have a different perspective, but it was just reminded of how God sees us and how he blessed our marriage and intended for us to be together, and it's a wonderful thing.
It reminded us. It reminded us that God has a purpose for our marriage, and sometimes in the day-to-day activities, with all of the busyness and details of life, it just reminded us of that. And so we were truly grateful that we had the opportunity. And Diane and Neil, if you do it again, we will love to attend, and we thank you very much for the opportunity.
I would like to finish with this little part of my letter, and this is how my wife sees that God sees me, and I believe God does see me this way. It says, "Keep reaching for me. I am there to sustain you and take you to higher places." So at the face-to-face conference, we invite other couples to seek the higher places, and we benefited from it, and we hope you do too.
Thank you. God bless.